This is Jen from the future. I just finished filming this video, and pretty much filming was an hour of me wrestling Baby B. I do think a salvageable video came out of this footage, but I would just like to apologize in advance because I think it's a little bit crazy. This is pretty much what it is the whole time. So if you like babies, this is a great video for you. If you don't want to hear a lot of Baby B talking, then maybe consider one of my other great videos. They're all great. Pick one. Okay, not all of them. There are a couple I could do without. All right, let's get to the real video. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. Hey guys, what's up? It's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, and I have Baby B here too. Check out her onesie, so cute. Hello, I am new here. Yes, you are. Hello, I am new here. Mwah. This video is going to be about elimination communication, which is infant potty training. This video is going to go over some of the positions that you can hold your baby in from this book, the Go Diaper-Free book, which I highly recommend and I will link below. I've done 2 videos on elimination communication before. The first one was when my first daughter was 2 months old and we were brand new to it and I had never used this book. The second video that I did was the 1 year later update. I believe Baby B was born. Yes, she was. And so I gave you guys a 1 year update on Baby A, I gave you an update on Baby B, and I told you that I had learned some things from this book. So those 2 videos are the ones to check out. Wait, come back. She got my lens cap. Those 2 videos are the ones to check out if you want to know more about EC and how to do it with your baby. This video, again, just gonna go over some positions. So let's get started. I have Baby B here to help me, of course. We'll do the positions together. A quick word about this book and this potty. Here's the book a little bit closer up. It's called Go Diaper-Free and I have the 6th edition. I use and love this book and highly recommend it. Baby B, please stop moving the camera. So I put my affiliate link below. My affiliate link, by the way, is also for the baby potty that I'm gonna be doing all the demonstrating with. I use and love these products first, and that's why I'm recommending them to you, but I wanted to thank you for using my affiliate links. Whenever I link products and you guys use those links, I get a small commission at no cost to you. Doing that helps support my channel, it helps support the work that I do, so I can't thank you enough for allowing me to continue doing this as my career. Here's a baby to show my sincere appreciation. Okay, let's check out the table of contents. Now, this book has an extensive table of contents. It's the kind of TMI that I like. There's way too much information, but it's all very, very organized, so it's real easy to find. Literally any question you could have, you will find it in this book. I think I talked about it more in the 2nd video that I did on EC. As a perfect example, here's what's under the positions gallery header in the table of contents. There is an intro, like a little bit about EC positions, but then there's also indoor pottying positions, outdoor pottying positions, car, setting up a soaker pad on any surface, breastfeeding pottying positions, aiming the boy pottying positions, posture while pottying, and other position photos. That's just this little section. That's how much information is packed into this book. But when you're reading it, it's like, oh, it's huge text, it's subheaders, it's photos, it's so easy to digest, even for migraine brain. Oops, accidentally went to exactly the page I wanted. Here we go. Oh, by the way, this wooden X thing, it's for cookbooks, game changer, but it stores super small if you don't want it out on your counter. When I wanted to start EC with baby number 1, but I didn't have this book yet, I had no idea how to hold the baby, and so that's why I thought this would be a really useful video for you guys. If you're not quite sure if you want to invest in the book, but you do want to try doing some pottying with your baby, here's one way to start. And then also check out my other videos, because that gives you actual practical advice. So the classic EC position over the sink is just holding the baby like this, facing the bathroom sink like you're brushing your teeth. Or you can do it more cradled, like this. And this is actually the position that I've always used for both of my daughters every time. I grab onto the thigh on this side, kind of on their butt, and same on this side. You can get a really good handle on it. Huh. And you're nice and cozy there. Both of my daughters were really comfortable in this position. You're playful, huh? Next is a bottom back position over the sink. So it shows I'm facing the sink, the baby stands on the side of the sink, and then you push their butt back so that they sit that way. You don't really like to sit though, do you? No, you don't. If you're new here, I do have some health problems, so I'm kind of feeling shaky from my health problems. That's a condition I have. Go ahead and poke around at my channel if you are interested in finding out more, but in arms standing position for boys, I have obviously never done because I only have 2 girls, but holding the baby, she is gonna make this as hard as possible. Next is a standing position for boys, which of course I have never done because I only have 2 girls, but the standing position for the sink for the boys is you can hold the baby like this, if they allow it. You can hold the baby to your chest with one arm, and then the other arm is available for aiming. Another way that you can potty your baby is if you are breastfeeding, you can walk up to the sink and potty your baby over the sink. Oh, now she's wanting to nurse. Ready? And break free. We're doing a break. We're doing a break. For a couple of minutes, let's talk about the baby potty. I got my baby potty from the same place that I got my book from, the Go Diaper-Free book. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Do it again. Tap, tap. When my babies were itty-bitty babies, I did not use this potty very much. We mostly used the seat reducer, and I went over that in one of the previous videos. But once baby A became a toddler and she was walking around, we started using this potty more because I think she enjoys the independence. She can help herself to this potty whenever she wants, whereas the seat reducer needs to go on top of the big potty and then she needs to climb up onto that, and it's a little bit less stable for her. So she prefers this one now that she's walking. And what I do is I just take one of those puppy training pads and I put that underneath the potty so that if anything spritzes out, it just lands on the pad and it's not on the floor. Maybe we're ready for more positions now? Yeah? Okay, let's pretend that this little potty is a bathtub. You can do the classic EC position over a bathtub where you just hold baby like this. Hold them over the bathtub. And I don't know if this is correct, but this is what my instinct tells me. When I do these potty positions with the babies, I try not to hold them by their thighs and their knees and support them that way. I try to put the weight more on their hip bones, which when they're little babies, you can do pretty easily just by spreading your fingers around the back of their, like their butt cheek and the side of their hip. I hope you get what I mean. I kind of just worry that if I'm putting too much weight down here at the knee, I'll show you on myself in case that makes more sense. I feel like if I'm grabbing the baby by like this part of her, it might be kind of torquing her hip joint or torquing her knee because babies are still so cartilagey, you know what I mean? They're still developing. So I try to not support her by right here. I try to support her actually by her butt and by her hip bones and make it so that her weight is on her pelvis rather than having her weight be supported by the stretching of her tendons that are down here. It's so hard to explain without words because my brain is so bad, but you'll get that. I'm sure you'll get that. Okay, come back, baby. Hi, come here. Hi, come here. Don't worry, it's clean. Okay, back to pretending that this is a bathtub. You can put a washcloth or a towel over the side of the bathtub. Let's say this is the inside of the bathtub. You can drape a towel over it and sit your baby on the tub to offer them an opportunity to go to the restroom. This is a lot more migraine friendly, or like if you're like me and you have POTS, POTSI friendly, or the static intolerance friendly, because the weight of the baby is completely on the side of the tub. And then when the baby pees, some of the pee will be on the towel and some of it will be in the tub. So just keep in mind that it's gonna messy the towel. When you're holding your baby in that classic EC position, you yourself can also go in and squat in the tub. If that makes it easier for you, like if you don't like bending forward to try to get the baby over a toilet or bending forward to try to get them over the sink, which I do have a problem with, you can actually go into the tub with the baby, and my knees are like cracking, and you can hold the baby like this and let the baby potty that way. In any position, if you're having trouble getting the baby to potty, oftentimes, for me anyway, it was because the baby didn't feel totally comfortable or totally relaxed in the position that I was getting her into. Yeah, that's for poop. That's her sound for like poop or pooping. I think she pooped. So in a position like this, if you're holding her, if you're holding her and she's having trouble, you might consider shifting her weight over a little bit and cradling her more into your arms so that her whole body feels supported, and that might help her go to the bathroom. You're making this way harder than it needs to be, but also way more fun. Just like squatting in the tub, you can squat in the shower if you have a standing shower. Obviously, any of the positions that you did over the sink, you could also do over a potty or a toilet, a normal sized toilet. So that classic position with baby facing away from you, or the cradled position that I showed you before that. That last one is the position that I always used with my baby. Both girls started at a couple days old, so they both needed head support when they both started. So for both girls, I usually use the classic EC position, the cradle position, the classic. I'll use the actual name of it. It's the cradled classic EC position, squatting over toilet, from page 98. If you have the same book as me, I have the 6th edition. You hold baby like this in a cradle position. Mom squats next to the toilet and holds baby over toilet. Like this. Full-size toilet for me. I'm gonna go change that poop. Okay, we had a pee-pee diaper. So the cradled classic EC position is the one that I used with both girls the very most, because that one allowed me to put their head in my elbow and hold their butt. At the time, they're a lot smaller. Hold their butt right over the toilet. I'm gonna get a little bit more rapid fire because of her and because... Let's pick up the pace. Pretend I'm sitting on the toilet. I can back myself up on the toilet and hold the baby in the classic EC position here. Or I can sit the baby on the toilet right in front of me. On this potty, or on a regular toilet, or on a regular toilet with a seat reducer, you can hold your baby in front of you once they can have head control, and sit baby over toilet normally. Even when the baby is pretty little, you can do this holding their head because they're really flexible. But I mostly started doing this once the babies were a bit older. The next couple of pages of positions are going over mostly the same things that we've done before, but instead of doing it over a sink or a bathtub, it's recommending doing it over the potty on the floor, or on the potty with this baby potty in between your legs. So as I'm showing you now with the video, you know, hypothetically, I could have baby be here, pottying with me here. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. It doesn't need to be in the bathroom. If it's easier or more comfortable, instead of having the potty here in front of you and holding the baby this way, you could close your legs together and put the potty on top. This does make the potty a little bit more unstable, but it also opens up your body and your chest to be able to support the baby if the baby is tiny and needs a little bit more help. You could also face the potty toward you if baby wants to be comforted by you while they're on the toilet. Maybe they're constipated. I haven't had the joys of dealing with something like that before, but I could imagine a tiny baby might enjoy being held really closely while they're using the potty. Depending on the size of the baby, you may want it here on your lap, or you may want it down between your legs. Next, the book goes over some outdoor pottying positions. So you can do that classic EC hold with the baby when you're squatting, literally anywhere in nature. Anywhere on the floor would be appropriate for a baby to go to the bathroom. If the baby needs to potty when you're outdoors, you have a dirt area or a grass area, you can do your classic EC position where you are squatted and baby is of course able to just pee freely there. If you have a curb or the side of a bathtub or something, you can do that bottom back position that I talked about on the sink, where you put the baby standing facing you and then tilt their bottom back. I mean, that would work for basically anywhere. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time generalizing ideas. So getting the idea to do the bottom back position over a sink doesn't register in my brain that like, oh, I could also do that outside if I have baby on a curb and she's going backwards over grass, or I could do it on the bathtub over the bath, or I could do it on the regular potty. If it's a clean potty at our house, I could do it on there and tilt her back over the toilet bowl. I've done that with baby A before. We called it the power squat, where we literally just squatted the baby. So in an effort to make this as helpful as possible, I'm trying to do some of that generalizing for you. Like, oh, this position, it's coming back over and over in all of these different locations because it will work in all of these different locations. Okay, she is covered in drool and teething like crazy. Her second tooth is coming in. Oh, and you're warm too. Hold on. Show them your little tooth. Show them your little tooth. Let's see it. Let's see that little tooth. Let's see it. Oh, where's your tooth? Where's your tooth? Where's your tooth? Let me see your tooth. Well, take my word for it. She got one tooth, but her second one is coming in. She's teething. A lot of times with the baby, if you're doing EC, all it takes is to unwrap the nappy and the baby will start going to the bathroom. So you don't always even necessarily need to be in a squatty position for the baby to go to the bathroom. So these ones are, or this one is a little bit more of an open body position. If you are on a surface that is peeable, you can lay baby on your legs, tilt a little bit, give them space that way, or you can also put baby between your feet and use your feet to help support baby. And if baby prefers, you can also tilt the baby forward or give them the option to squat a little bit themselves there too. For that foot potty position that I just showed you, where my legs were in a diamond, the next page shows that you can also face the baby toward you in that position. You know, when it was just a quiet, rainy Friday afternoon and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna quickly film this video with baby B. It's gonna be so fun. I did not imagine I would just wrestle her in front of a camera for an hour while I overheated and she screamed over me talking. But that's how filming with a baby is almost every time. So, we roll with it. Let's see what's next. Okay, if you are in the car and baby needs to potty, you can pull over in a safe place. And if the car is 4-door, you can open both the front and the back doors and have a privacy screen to be able to potty the baby in between the 2 doors. You as the parent, you could be squatting in between the 2 doors, or you could sit on that ledge of the car, you know what I mean? The ledge where you step up to get into the car, you could sit there. They also sell top hat potties. Top hat potties. Top hat potties is a little bit of a tongue twister. They also sell top hat potties where the baby pees into the cylinder part and then there's just a rim on the top, and that's a little bit more appropriately shaped to use in between the parent's legs. This section is all about pottying when you're in the car. So if we're in the car, if you're not getting out of the car, that kind of potty would probably be easiest. Just be careful about splashing around in your car. Baby can be on the top hat facing you, facing away from you, in a cradle, in that classic position where you've got their butt and thighs. You can have baby nursing while they potty. That's a great thing to do on the side of the road, especially if you're crunched for time and you're trying to make it a fast pit stop. I can't tell you everything that's in the book, but there are then recommendations for dumping the potty. There are things that you can bring to help with odors for whether it's number 1 or number 2, and recommendations for cleaning up the potty and getting it ready for its next use. I can't say it enough times, literally a goldmine. Literally so much information. You can put the mini potty on your lap instead of in between your legs. You can put down soaker pads in lots of different places to make it so that the baby doesn't get pee on the floor. That's a great way to allow the baby to potty just on their free time. They recommend diaper-free time for the babies when you are trying to potty train them young. Doing a soaker pad in a playpen or with doggy pads, that's a great way to potty your baby. And then after that, there are more tips for using the soaker pads, but honestly, it's a lot of the same positions that we just went over. And after that, there are recommendations for how to aim your baby boys, which of course I have no experience with. Well, thank you so much for watching this video in all of its craziness. I hope you found it helpful. Please do give it a thumbs up. See you guys next time.